That's why people don't come to church, because they don't feel welcome in church. That's why people don't come to church, because they feel like it's an exclusive club that they don't belong to. But everybody should feel welcome in God's house. Everybody should know that whosoever will, let them come. Everybody's welcome to worship in God's house. Nobody should feel unwelcome in the house of God. Not in God's house. The tomb was open for all. But then I think one of the most compelling is, because he rose, all witness what happened at the tomb. Because when you look at verse 8, and they remembered his words, when they returned from the tomb and told all these things to the 11, to all the rest, it was Mary Magdalene, Joanna, Mary, the mother of James, and the other women with them who told these things to the apostles. Brothers and sisters, what good is the gospel if you don't tell anybody? What good is the resurrection if you haven't shared it with somebody? What good is God if you don't tell others how good God has been in your life? What good if you don't have a testimony? What good is the test you just came through if you don't have a testimony to share it? God takes you through tests to share a testimony. And the gospel is to be shared. The good news, what is the good news? That you sinned and messed up, but by Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection, he fixed you up. That's the good news. That's good news to me. The wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life. All have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. But if you believe it in your mouth and confess with your heart that Christ died but raised from the dead, you will be saved. That's the gospel in a nutshell. We've got to share it. We've got to tell somebody. We don't want to tell anybody. Even in a court of law, there is what's called a star witness. Anytime there is a dispute over what happened or the evidence, sometimes either the defense or the prosecution will call to the witness stand a star witness. Star witness is somebody they dug up. Nobody knew about him, but they found him. Most of the time, a star witness is somebody who either has first-hand witness account, eyewitness, they saw what happened, or they have information that directly links what happened to what was purported to have happened. And brothers and sisters, Jesus is looking for a few star witnesses. Jesus is looking to put you on the witness stand. Is there anybody here that if you were put on the witness stand, you could testify to the goodness of Jesus? Is there anybody here who doesn't mind telling their testimony? You got to understand how powerful your testimony is. When you share your testimony, you encourage somebody else who's going through what you may have gotten through. And how many of you know when Jesus brings you through something, you encourage other folks to let them know if God did it for you, he must be able to do it for me. That's why you can't be ashamed to share your testimony. Tell them how God healed you. Tell them how God delivered you. Tell them how God turned your life around. Don't be afraid to tell somebody what God did in your life.